we're here with Eddie Valentin, and he's a martial artist. Okay, so what really got you started with martial arts?
Just a lot of fighting and anger. Pretty much it. Straight to the point.
Fighting and anger.
Yeah,
okay.
What isn't like a good old-fashioned fight?
Me.
You? Why
I
not?
don't. It's just pain and Candace is not. The two do not correlate very well.
Yes.
I mean, and I have very small. No, let me not lie. I have a background in martial arts, but I mean, it was a lot when I was a lot younger. So, I mean, there's certain things that I've fallen out of practice with. And martial arts is just one of those things that you have to practice your craft for it to remain,
Absolutely relevant.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's it. Just punching people and punching things. Okay.
Punching people and
Okay.
and expecting them not to hit back because you. I guess. No, I guess. To further elaborate on that question, what got me motivated was just basically being picked on and being different in school. So I guess through elementary school, as early as elementary school, I was constantly fighting, constantly in the principal's office, constantly in the counselor's office, seeking counseling for anger that was just I guess, for lack of better terms, misplaced or just misjudged. I guess I had a lot of energy, but I was just ultimately fighting in school, and my friends were kind of the catalyst to that. They contributed to that constantly. That kind of gang mentality. When kids get together, they become mischievous. They create problems, they create fights, so that catered to it. And then I would notice that as they created the problems, I would be the one to get jumped, because friends like that are not cool at all. They back down. So when that happens, you seek martial arts for all the wrong reasons, and thank God it turns to be all the right reasons later on as you choose to stick with it and you choose maturity.
Oh. I mean, I'm sorry that you had to experience bullying, and I think no one should have to have that experience. But unfortunately, we are in a society where it does exist.
Absolutely.
But
that's life. That's life, and as long as those who have that type of experience, let those know that it's okay to seek help. You're not alone in that struggle, because bullying in any form, shape or form is terrible. It's wrong. It shouldn't happen at all.
So, how did you get into martial arts? Did a parent put you in because of all of the bullying, because they thought you were going down the wrong path? Was it a program that you found?
No, well, funny story. Actually, all my life, I've loved Ninja Turtles. They were my
good choice.
Thanks. Ninja Turtles, VR Troopers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, but mainly Ninja Turtles.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. So just basically Ninja Turtles. And I remember having a whole bucket load of Ninja Turtles, like, those toy chests.
Yeah.
That those Rubbermaid toy chests, just filled with them, man. I mean, but anyway, long story short, you know how you would give a child a doctor or a firefighter or a doll to help their aspirations to become a cop or a medic or a lawyer or whatnot, if you give them a businessman.
I was a Power Ranger for a long time. I'm still convinced that I'm getting a Zord. Still convinced it's happening.
My parents gave me Ninja Turtles, so I became a Ninja Turtle. It's pretty fun.
Good choice.
Pretty fun. Yeah.
Good choice.
But ultimately, my father was involved in martial arts, but he taught me. My very first move was a forward straight punch, and he said, practice that. As I became more rowdier in school, and thought I mastered the forward straight punch, punching lockers and, you know, things and people and just everything and bussing up everything and anything in my way. He later on told me that he couldn't teach me anymore. So
you were lacking the discipline, of course, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And that helped me to branch out into, that helped me to venture out and meet people and be more social. But after a time, because I was very introverted.
Okay. So you'd say that martial arts helped you grow socially as well as mentally?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you do? Like, are you still training? Are you training students? Are you trying to open up a school? Like, what's going on?
That would be awesome. Yeah. Currently, I'm teaching Sanukas Ryu Bijitsu Jiu-Jitsu.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, yeah. It's a tongue twister. So
I'm not going to even try.
Right.
I will.
I got it right the first time. So what Sanukas Ryu is and means to me is basically it's a system of survival.
Okay.
Founded by Professor Moses X. Powell, and from what I know, it's very rugged. It's very practical. It's very down to earth. It's it's self-defense at its finest, basically. It's and don't take me wrong for don't misrepresent. What is that? Oh my God.
Don't misinterpret.
Yes, don't misinterpret. Misinterpretate.
I don't know. I was trying to be fancy.
Yes,
Clearly, I ruined my statement.
There you go. Don't misinterpret. Don't
okay.
misinterpret. Basically, what I mean by this: no surrender, no captives, no retreat. Basically,
no captives.
Yes.
No retreat.
Yes. Eye to eye, heart to heart.
So you're pretty much just saying, hi.
Yes.
Let's fight to the death? Like, is that that's what it sounds like to me.
No, not at all. It's basically standing joint locks, taking the fight from the person, being as practical, not pretentious as possible.
Okay.
It's being able to defend yourself against multiple attackers using your mind first, always verbalizing and talking the situation out. But if you see that they're committed towards attacking you, then that's when you would utilize the techniques that you practice.
That's intense.
Yes.
But intense in I want to say a good way. I don't know why it comes up to me that way, because it does sound very scary. But I can only assume that for someone to be able to learn that, they would have to be in a certain state of mind. No?
Well, yes and no. It depends on your environment and who is actually learning the art. You have those, like I said, who want to learn the art to start trouble.
Okay.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And then you have those who actually genuinely want to teach kids and and give back to the community, which, touching on that topic, I met my professor. He's a 8th degree professor, a very, very, very skilled man in this art. Yes, and you would have the pleasure of meeting him very soon.
Did you guys hear that?
It gives you chills.
It was supposed to be a surprise, but yeah, I'm going to be taking Def Kwon-Do. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, regular show, awesome. But yeah, basically, I mentor children from ages 7 and up.
Okay.
And
that's amazing. Good job.
Yeah, 7 to 77, and it's very awesome. It's not so much as being a mentor to them and giving back to the community. It's basically learning from them. They're teaching you patience. With that patience, you can deal with adults that act like children.
Understand.
So, yeah, that's
completely understand.
It's awesome.
Okay, so we know that you train students. Who are your mentors? Who are your teachers? Like, who really, got you in shape? Mentally, yeah. Physically.
That's a new word.
Hey, write it down.
Mentally.
Promote it.
I'm gonna say it.
Promote it. Hashtag it. Do what you have to. But yeah, like who really whipped you into I can't speak. Who really whipped you into shape, and who would you consider the person who changed your life for the better?
I really love the saying, "It takes a village to raise a child."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's exactly. I mean, it's a culmination. It's a mixture of everyone and everything that I've ever encountered. Like Bruce Lee,
Oh,
an iconic figure. I mean, eternal master. You know, I mean, the names go on, but without a name, even without his name, even if you just look at his image alone is that
power.
powerful. Yeah,
Yeah, power.
And I mirror what I admire, and
As you should.
yeah,
As you should.
he has excellent philosophies that people should wear on their sleeves. You know, especially if you're a positive person, like my professor, like my current professor now. Um, he's such a joy to be around, and when it comes to knowledge, a well of knowledge. I always pick his mind. I always, after class, he says, I always look for trouble, because he's knowing that as he's walking away, I grab his shoulder, I grab his lapel or his collar of his gi or whatever, and he just puts me in these weird joint locks. But he sees that I'm learning and growing, and he pours on the pain. He's very generous with
As
his
he should be.
It's
what you get for challenging your sensei.
Yes, in all the right ways.
Of
I
course,
take advantage
absolutely.
in all the right ways, and he sees that, and he's, I once asked him, keeping me a white belt for so long. I remember for 2 years before I actually got my yellow belt. I asked him. I grew frustrated, and this is when I was, developing maturity, as a choice, and I'm still learning. I once asked him, because I was very frustrated. I said, "Why do you always use me to throw me around?" And he opened my mind to, what that really is. Why in Japanese it's called an uke. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but an uke is basically the person whose demonstration, or a stuntman, have you, to the professor. He's the person who is used to demonstrate these devastating techniques. And his job is to learn the application of the technique, to learn what it feels like, and to know how much pressure to use, so that way you don't overdo it, and also to be second in command later on as you develop these techniques and you catch on. He's supposed to be the right-hand man of the professor. So with that, I am honored to be the uke, and to be chosen to bear pain in front of the class. It's an honor.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for telling us about just your version of growing up and taking martial arts and how it's helped you. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are taking that debate on whether they should or not, and hopefully this is what they need to really take that jump in and become a martial arts student. And congratulations on your purple belt. That's a huge achievement. Absolutely.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. As I said, in my school system of survival, we only use 6 belts.
Okay.
But it's, as simple as it may seem, I should have been a black belt a long time ago. We deal with white, yellow, green, purple, brown, and black. As I said, my professor is no nonsense, very stringent, very strict for a reason, and he kept me a white belt for a very long time.
Well, I mean, it seems like he was right to do so, because you have such respect for him.
Yes.
And you appreciate your raising ranks so much more, because you know that you very well did earn it.
Yeah. it's not like a vending machine where you go to, and in most schools are like vending machines. They
Just hand them out.
they hey, pick the rank and color that you want, and drop a $100 donation into the vending machine, and there you get your black belt in like 2 months with absolutely nothing. The famous saying or quotation that I really admire is Royce Gracie says, "A black belt is only 2 inches. It's up to you to cover the rest of your ass." So basically,
well, there you go.
Yes, absolutely. So I wear that on my sleeve. Yeah.
It's pretty strong saying.
Absolutely.
I will be using my black belt once I get it. Hopefully, I get it.
You will. We will shake on it. I will make sure you get your black belt. You hear this? She's getting her black belt.
This is happening. Well, thank you so much, and I'll see you in Def Kwando class.
You will. You will teach you the basic rolls and falls, and
hopefully they don't put me up with you because I don't like you. No, I'm kidding.
I kind of know. I felt that. I felt the tension.
Bye, guys.
The love in the room. Making your own
okay.
pens.
Girls love that.